So what's good, y'all? We back with another video, and the Lakers are back. The Lakers are back, and more specifically, Anthony Davis is back. Now, when it comes to the Lakers, I still don't really think they're a title contender. I still think they need at least some type of moves during the trade deadline or throughout the season to make this team better and maybe propel them into title contention. But Anthony Davis and LeBron James, but more so Anthony Davis, let's give him his flowers, has lifted this team from basically the bottom. This team was well on its way to being the worst team in the NBA, arguably one of the top three worst teams in the NBA, with probably like Houston or San Antonio, Orlando, Detroit, one of those teams. But they're back. They've won 8 out of the last 10 games. And the big reason why is Anthony Davis is flat out playing at an MVP caliber level. The numbers he is putting up on a night-to-night basis is insane. Coming off a game where last night he just had 55 and 15. Game before that against Milwaukee in a marquee matchup, primetime game versus Giannis. 44 points. Led them to a win where they probably weren't expected to win despite being a hot team. And right now they're rolling. Anthony Davis is playing elite on both sides of the floor. And to be honest, this might be the best stretch of basketball Anthony Davis has played in his entire career. And that's saying something because Anthony Davis, as we all know, 8-time All-Star, NBA champion. In the finals, he was balling. He's got a resume. And for him to be playing his best basketball of his career right now is pretty much insane, considering literally a few months before the season started, we were having some real talks about, is he even a top 10 player? Because he was never healthy. He wasn't hitting jump shots at a high level. Mind you, he's still not an elite jump shooter. He's more so living around the rim right now than ever. But right now, the way he's playing, he's on some not saying he's Shaq, but he's putting up these prime Shaq numbers. He's balling right now. I didn't expect for this team to come out the ground like this because I thought the Lakers were done. I ain't gonna lie to you, the vibe that was flowing around that team with Russell Westbrook, and mind you, Russell Westbrook's actually been playing better as of late, coming off the bench for them, so it's cool to see that. And with LeBron James looking a step slow, even though he's still putting up elite numbers, clearly was looking a step slow, but I guess that's more so the injury because, as we all can see, LeBron James is still an elite player, obviously a top 10 player in the game still to this day, and he's damn near about to be 40 soon. So we look at this team, and we look at where they came from, even though they're still not an elite three-point shooting team, to be honest. But, with them having the star power that they have, and with Anthony Davis finally taking over the mantle of being the Lakers' best player, because that was the whole idea of this whole thing in the first place. When Anthony Davis got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers, it was so that when LeBron James got into this point of his career, he can give the team the AD, fall back to the second option, and they can still be a very powerful 1-2 punch, but just them, swapping places. Usually LeBron being the guy, but now Anthony Davis is the guy. And we were all questioning, could AD be that guy? Because, like I said earlier, the health was an issue. The numbers were kind of declining. And he's still in his prime, but we kind of were feeling like, all right, maybe he's getting out of his prime and maybe he's starting to decline a little bit faster than we thought he would. But we were all wrong because Anthony Davis is right now, you can say he's jumped himself into the top 3 in the MVP conversation. Now, do I think he's MVP right now? No, I still think that's Jason Tatum because the Boston Celtics are still elite and he is still putting up elite numbers. But Anthony Davis might be in that convo because he's lifting up a team that was pretty much dead. They were a dead man walking, this team. And he has got them back into playoff contention. And if they continue to play at this level, I think it's a good possibility that they go out there and they get, maybe a Buddy Hield or Miles Turner or something along those lines. I don't know, but just an example. They get somebody of that caliber and they add on to this team and they go for a playoff push. And who knows what can happen when they get into the playoffs with the star power that they have and if they add more pieces onto this roster. So what looked like a pretty much done-for Lakers team has now got extremely interesting. The Lakers are starting to win games at a high rate. And that Milwaukee win 2 games ago was like a big indication that, all right, this team is actually starting to wake up, and they can seriously kind of compete with the elite of the elite, because Milwaukee had their guys. Chris Middleton had his first game back. He played pretty well for a first game in return. Giannis had a great game. Drew Holiday played good. And they still came out victorious. So, got to give props to the Lakers. Got to give props to Anthony Davis for finally taking that step and becoming the top guy on this Lakers team. And it's going to get real interesting to see what happens later on throughout the year with this Lakers squad, and if Anthony Davis can stay healthy, obviously with that being a major concern, because if he can't, then obviously this team is going into the ground again. But if he can, who knows what can happen with this Lakers team down the line. And like I said before, Anthony Davis right now looking like a top 3 MVP candidate, something that I didn't see happening with the way they were playing throughout the first 10 games of the season. Anyways, that's going to do it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Link will be down in the description below. This has been a checkup where we talk hoops and hoops only. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.